Moviesucktastic is a podcast about bad movies and the people that love them. But it's more than just a podcast, it's also an online presence. If you want to know more about Moviesucktastic or want to become a part of Moviesucktastic, you can find us on Facebook, you can find us on Twitter at Moviesucktastic, you can find our blog at boothreviews.blogspot.com, or if you want to give your own reviews that we might use on the show, you can go to reviews.moviesucktastic.com and check out our own little lunch.com community for Moviesucktastic. Check us out and become a part of the show, because the only thing more fun than a bad movie is sharing it.
A creature alive today has survived millions of years of evolution. It lives to kill. A mindless eating machine that will attack and devour anything. One terrified you like nothing you have ever experienced when it captured your imagination and tapped your fear like no movie before it. Then, just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, two continued the legend and spread the fear. Next summer, nature's most terrifying creature takes on an all-new dimension in an all-new adventure. And for the first time, the terror of Jaws will not stop at the edge of the screen. Jaws 3D. The third dimension is terror.
You're listening to Moviesucktastic.
You can all go fuck yourselves.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live! Fucking thing sucks!
Yeah.
I don't even care that you didn't mute your mic. I don't care.
I thought it was. Again, this is what happens when we start 3 times. I lose track of whether my mic is muted. I do apologize for any throat clearing I did during that.
It wasn't that bad.
I didn't notice. I just realized near the end. Oh shit! Well, welcome to take 3.
Finally, Jesus, Lord in fucking heaven, holy!
I'll bring my picture back up.
Oh, all right. Let me bring you back into frame then. There we go.
Yeah, and Skype keeps telling me that my internet is lousy, and they're full of shit. So I don't know what's going on with that.
They are full of shit. You know what? Didn't you just get upped to...
No, I was supposed to be hitting 25 right now, but right now, during peak season, I'm only hitting 10 to 12.
3D.
Beats the massive 2 I was getting when I was paying for 4. You know, beats that.
That's right. That's right. You were paying a lot more. All right.
Anyway,
nice. There we go.
Welcome to what?
This 3D sucks.
Oh, it's horrible.
This is fucking terrible. Maybe if I watched this on a giant television in 3D, it would be better. But
God awful.
I went through the trouble of making these glasses because I couldn't find glasses anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the trouble of making these. You could actually go to Google or you could just type printable 3D glasses, and Google has a set of glasses you can download, and then you can make yourself, because Google is a 3D enabled browser. And what I did was I took some plastic, taped them in there, blue and red Sharpie. There you go, 3D glasses. But the 3D on this movie, my glasses are better than the 3D in this fucking movie.
Now it was headache inducing. I was lucky enough I was unlucky enough to have easy access to a copy of Spy Kids 3.
Oh.
Which came with the 3D glasses, so
right.
I had a pair on hand.
Now, I have a pair of 3D glasses, all the red and blue ones, all the way back when I saw Freddy's Dead in the movie theater. And I can't find. I know I have them. I didn't throw them away. I just don't know what box they're in the storage area that we have. So
I remember, and I don't want to get another 3D nostalgia kick, but I do remember as a kid, and this dates me a bit, going to the 7-Eleven with my parents to get the 3D glasses to see the big premiere of the 3D Creature of the Black Lagoon.
They did that a lot, 7-Eleven. There was the Vincent Price film they did that with as well. I forget which one it was.
House of Wax?
Yeah, that's the one where he's they're sawing something, and all the shards of the wood, the splinters are like look like it's shooting into your living room.
No. If you want to talk House of Wax 3D, you got to talk about the Chinese yo-yo. Woo! Woo!
That's right, the Chinese yo-yo. I forgot about that.
That's seared into my brain. That was more scarring than this movie.
But 7-Eleven did that all the time. You know, they show commercials for these fucking old ass movies, and they figured out a way to make money on them, even now or then.
Now, what did that trailer say? The third dimension is fear.
Is terror.
Terror. The third dimension is eye strain.
Oh, tell me about it.
And I newly prescribed for glasses. I should be wearing glasses today, but that's a whole story for another bitch fest. I'm still in the process of trying to get my new glasses.
And someone that already needs glasses, I shouldn't be wearing these.
Oh, no. And no one should be watching Jaws 3.
Oh.
No one. No.
I mean, if you thought the new 3D was bad for your eyes, these are worse.
Well, yeah.
I mean, these are way worse, and the new 3D is pretty fucking bad for you.
This cat is going to electrocute itself.
Oh, cool.
In
3D.
If you hear it, that's my cat killing itself because it's scratching its head on power cords.
You smell that?
Under the desk.
Fried pussycat.
Fried pussycat.
You know, Clark, this is a quality item. How much set you back?
So, welcome to Moviesucktastic Take 3, episode number 10.
Yeah. 107. Now, let me...
107.
I'm going to explain why this is Take 3. And I could be asking for another computer crash, but let me just explain. If anyone out there that listens to our show also uses live stream, you know my pain already. I won't have to go any further for you. But anyone that doesn't know, anyone that doesn't do their own video podcast every week and is thinking about doing it, just fucking skip live stream right off the bat and go somewhere like Ustream. Just don't even bother.
For those of you watching live stream live right this minute, run! Run!
Just figure something else out. Now I know why they push their fucking equipment so hard. They crash this shit on purpose. So that I say to myself, you know, $500 ain't so bad for a system that's not going to crash. Because it's fucking proprietary. It's from them. But if I download their software, which is free, they're going to fucking crash me every other week. Now, I haven't had a crash in probably 4 or 5 months. I've had a really long string, and I figured,
now we're on a roll.
You know, I figured, they've been doing some updates to their software, and they finally figured out the problem. No, that's not what happens. And I know it's not the computer, because they have this little gauge when we start recording that gives specifications for everything. Like right now, Livestream is only using 10% of the CPU. I play fucking video games that use more CPU load than that.
But it's using 90% of Joey's frustration. Which is good, because that means I don't have to get the brunt of any of it.
You got that bell? Ring that fucking bell for me. Thank you, motherfucking live stream.
I was already moving it towards me as we spoke.
Oh, I gotta get me one of them.
Wow, you know what's even worse? Watching Jaws 3D without the 3D glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, I don't know which one's worse. I have to figure it out. Of course, I am only 2 feet from my television. So that's... might be why I'm getting glasses now.
Maybe. You never know.
Now, I challenge this to you because of the Dennis Quaid connection to Caveman.
Correct, which was my challenge to you.
But it was Dennis Quaid, and I think it was also the writer, or it was somebody else. I forget now. I think it eroded part of my brain. I mean, and the basic.
I mean, you want to talk about a paper thin plot?
Well, it's not a plot so much as a setting. I mean,
nothing. Right off the bat, nothing happens for a really long time, and when things happen, it's so goddamn boring. It's not even noteworthy.
Well, it's hard to make a fish swimming like action packed, especially when you're in an amusement park. I guess. I mean, this film picks up several years later after Jaws 2. Mike Brody and Sean Brody, children of Sheriff Brody, have fled the Nantucket Island and no longer live on the beach. But Mike apparently decided to work at SeaWorld. So despite all of his life and death situations growing up with sharks and the ocean, he's still pretty much a man of the sea. Although at this point, a man of the amusement park sea. And the amusement park is run by Lou Gossett, who is the Herman Cain of the '80s in this version here.
I just love his demeanor in the film too.
He did. Now you said to me before we showed us like he was doing JD.
He was doing his character from JD, yeah.
And I was like, well, of course he's not. But then I went and rewatched it, and the first time he walks up to someone, he talks, he does that little...
yeah!
Like, he's doing it!
We got, what is it, Philip Fitzroyce? Philip Fitzroyce? As soon as I saw that, I'm like, there he is. This is fucking JD character.
And it's weird. It's like they...
I'm gonna end you! I'm gonna end you!
Now, I'm doing a great disservice to Lou Gossett Jr. or Lou Gossett. It's Lou Gossett. I'm doing a great disservice to Lou Gossett by comparing him to Herman Cain, because Herman Cain is nowhere as cool as Lou Gossett ever was.
Yeah.
So I want to underline that right now. But it's like he just channeled the concept of Herman Cain. This is like billionaire business owner who thinks he knows what he's doing just because he owns all this stuff, and is constantly, all he had to do in his film worse would have been run for president while he was managing to get everybody killed by a shark. The only other bad decision he could have made was running for public office at the same time.
Yeah, right?
Go ahead.
I also I also pointed out to Scott that it seems like Jurassic Park and this film are eerily similar in a lot of scenes in the film, or even maybe just plot structure. You've got, the old guy from Jurassic Park running the park there.
Are you showing the bar scene right now?
No.
Where are you at?
Right now, it's right before Dennis Quaid says he's going to take her to dinner, and they end up at a bar. Okay,
so you're almost at the bar scene. All right.
He's like, "Hey, let me take you to dinner," and she's like, "All right, you can take me to dinner at a bar." So fucking real romantic, this guy. But no, it's the old guy from Jurassic Park. I don't fucking remember his name. I know I should, but I don't. I don't care. Anyway, Lou Gossett from this film. They both run their respective parks, and they both make very bad decisions. And shark gets loose in Lou Gossett's park. Dinosaurs gets loose in the old guy's park from Jurassic Park. And the whole film, they just make bad decisions. You know, they just make very bad decisions. It just seems like Jurassic Park ripped off Jaws 3.
Well, now there's a difference between the bad decisions. I do have to underline this because in Jurassic Park, the bad decisions are, I know what I'm doing. You know, here's like for me, Jurassic Park was just a bad concept in general. It's like, okay, people going to see dangerous dinosaurs is not a good idea.
Right.
That's a major bad decision, but I don't know if you could say every decision he makes is bad. It's just a bad call, and he didn't predict some slightly unpredictable things, like all of a sudden them being able to breed again. Are you on the bar scene now?
Almost.
Okay.
Fitzroyce is showing up to the SeaWorld park, and he's wearing like a cowboy hat and his whole get up. Right. And then Dennis Quaid's brother shows up wearing pretty much the same cowboy hat. It's like they were giving away on set.
But to go back to your comparison, Lou Gatz, on the other hand, is like your typical asshole business owner whose whole concept says, why the hell should I seek out the advice and knowledge of people I've hired to maintain my business for me? It's the Jurassic Park guy is confronted with the decision and goes, well, I think this is the best course. Lou Gatz constantly puts himself in front of, we're trying to get Brody. No, don't get him. Just put that over there.
Right. It's like the shark. We just got that thing. Oh, it's going to go into shock when you put it in water? You know, go ahead.
Yeah.
And no one confronts him about that either.
But sir, the biologist you hired to actually keep these things alive says we shouldn't move it. I said move it. I'm the man here.
And what's funny is when she comes in, because they're like, we have a bigger problem. And he's like, is it about the shark? It's like, wait a minute.
It's so Harmon Kane. All he has to do is quote Pokemon, and that's it.
999. It's like, they come in. It's about the shark. It's like, well, we should really talk about that, but no.
And they come to him to try to find Brody. We have to get him to fix this. No, just do that. Don't bother him. He's
turn off pump 2 and turn on pump 1. This shit's too expensive to fix.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute.
Are you sure? Well, yeah, it's a lot of money.
This is not putting SeaWorld in a good light. How did SeaWorld agree to this anyway? The whole film, SeaWorld just looks bad.
Are you on the bar scene now?
No, we're underwater scene where that guy that they try to find the whole damn film gets eaten by the shark.
I'm trying to sync up with you. Okay. Yeah, now this
I'm
scene,
at the floating hand. The floating arm that's coming at me. That's coming at me in terrible 3D at the screen.
Yeah, that's there's a couple of shots where the 3D actually works, and that's the one shot where it really doesn't.
Yeah. No, it really doesn't work.
Now, this, of course, is after the opening scene where the shark snuck into the amusement park pretending to be a water skier.
In the bar, officially.
Now we're in the bar, and so now we're seeing the quintessential 80s purple outfit.
Yeah. With the headband.
I swear I've seen that in 10 other films.
She's going to go from here to go do Jane Fonda's workout next. That's what's going on.
It's that whole it's just the minute I saw that I had a flashback of 10 other films at once that exact same outfit's in. And this is the bar where all the SeaWorld employees go to afterwards to drink Michelob and play bizarre extreme versions of patty cakes.
Yeah. What is it? What's it called?
What do they call it?
Push off?
Touchdown?
Push off.
Touchback?
Thought it was push
Standoff?
off. Push off?
Standoff.
Hold on, I can unmute the.
Push off.
Can unmute this here.
Fuck off.
Yeah, well, ask Woodbury, okay?
There we go.
There it is.
It's creepy.
Hey, they're playing standoff.
Standoff.
My brother.
Standoff. My brother is the king of standoff.
Where the guy looks a little like me is playfully slapping a girl. When I do that at a bar, they just tell me to leave.
He does look a little like you.
Just a little bit, just on the beard area.
Oh man, Scott and I are going to play standoff when we go to AC in a couple of weeks.
I think they'll throw us out of the bar if we start playfully slapping girls like that.
Let's hope so, because we don't
Especially
belong there anyway.
Shorts like that.
Yeah. Standoff.
Now we just passed the scene where the guy's underwater, and there are a number of points in the film where logic kind of slaps you across the face a little bit. And the first question I have is it the sound carry enough underwater where you can be startled by a noise?
I don't know.
So what?
No.
But twice while that guy's locking the cage, he's startled and turns to see a fish swimming by. Are fish that loud? They swim. What was that?
Maybe he's just a fucking nervous Nelly.
I only work at a sea park. The sound of a fish swimming by alerts me to no end.
Yeah,
and then the shark sneaks right up on him.
The thing is, the underwater sound is just a dribble, 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 dribble.
Well, what else? What else does water sound like?
Well,
we'll get to the other sounds near the end.
Blah 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 blah. Or how about when they are underwater and they're basically going. When
we start talking about the end of the film, there's a couple other underwater sounds we got to go over. It gets really fucking silly at the end.
Well, maybe we'll fast forward to it so we can actually listen to it.
Now during this whole scene here, there's only like a body count of 5 people.
I don't even think that many, and most of them get eaten at 5. The end.
It's 5. It's because it's the guy we just saw, the Lou Ferrigno wannabe. Then, in about 5 minutes, the 2 hapless coral thieves.
Oh, yeah. And then 2 people at the end.
And then Lou Gossett's cousin, or nephew, sorry.
Uh-huh.
Who I believe was actually Lou Gossett's nephew because he's the worst actor in the film, and that's saying a lot.
Lou Gossett. And that shark, he got it.
He ain't got Lou Gossett.
He got the Gossett.
Oh, and all right, for all the bad decisions that his character makes in the film, he does make one great decision, and I think we have to start a new segment on the show, or like a new list of Lou Gossett's Gossett. Words of wisdom from Lou Gossett, right?
I gotta grab audio for that.
Right, all right.
That'd be cool.
It's Lou Gossett's Gossets. That's GOT.
And it doesn't just have to be from Jaws. It could be his whole. It could span his whole career, right?
Oh, it's going to span his whole career, but it's going to start here because we have the first actual Lou Gossett's quote, which is Lou Gossett's words of wisdom. And in this film, his words of wisdom are, "No grenades." Yes, he does make a good decision in the film. Let's be fair.
Well, Dennis Quaid has to talk him into it. Because you could see he's clenching his teeth. He's like, no grenades. I really wanted to see a grenade. Especially when Philip Fitzroyce is explaining to him that we should kill the shark on camera in front of everyone. And Lou Gossett's like, yeah, that'd be good. I was like, and they die magnificently. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Mommy, what's happening?
Bring the kids for the shark hunt. Well, now it would play. 20 years later, 30 years later, it would play perfectly.
Yeah.
No, it's just like Herman Cain. So, because like when you mentioned that, I could see him debating. I was like, "Oh, the grenades. That would be a fun thing to see." But there's money involved.
Oh, sweet Lord.
Wait. Now, I'm going to backtrack a bit because you said you're talking about how the film resembles Jurassic Park.
Well, just so, yeah, certain parts of the film are very similar. And it's ironic because Steven Spielberg did Jurassic Park. Steven Spielberg did the original Jaws. Not that he didn't have anything to do with the second or third, but I just find it kind of eerie.
Well, did you see the one trivia about Part 3 that involved Spielberg?
No.
The original concept was for Jaws 3 was a parody.
Oh, really?
It was supposed to be the original concept was by David Brown and Richard Zanuck, and they wanted they wanted to pitch it. They were producers of the first 2 films, and they pitched it as a spoof. And it was supposed to follow a movie company or a camera crew trying to make a third Jaws film. But apparently, and Joe Dante was attached as a director, and apparently when Steven Spielberg heard about it, he rejected the idea and threatened to walk away from the whole deal if they went ahead with it. So the other guys quit the studio.
Oh, wow.
I think Spielberg was like, you're going to ruin my franchise here. And
Wow.
they still did. But the reason I remember Jurassic Park, I don't want to hog the mic here. This film before it came out, there was a remember the Filipino films they would make? Or, American production crews, but they go to the Philippines and make low budget horror films.
Yeah.
They made one. It was called. I had the note here. I remember it. It's in that one documentary on the Philippine movies. The Broads and Machetes, something like that. Oh, what was the name of the original that fucking film? Oh, The Last Shark. The Last Shark.
The Last
Which
Shark.
I just got a copy of. Yes.
Okay.
They made it in 1981, and Universal sued them, and they got it yanked out of the theaters because they ripped off the Jaws concept, and they were selling it in foreign countries as the third movie in the Jaws franchise.
Oh.
So Universal sued them and got the film pulled. Then they ripped off parts of the movie and used it in this one.
Of course they did.
The thing at the end where they kill the shark because there's a bomb in the mouth, and they the grenade in the mouth, and they ripped that off of the movie that they got pulled out of theaters.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's even better because I did a little more research and found that 2 years or so before The Last Shark, there was another Jaws ripoff called Up From the Depths.
Okay.
That ends the same way.
Oh my God!
Or in a very, very similar way.
Fuck kidding me?
No, and that was a Filipino. So
this is the part where he's trying to get in the water. He's like, "Oh, my boots! Yeah, dummy. You haven't been in the water this long. You got to take your boots off." I don't like going in the water. Something happened when I was a kid.
Oh, and I'm sorry, I got to ask backwards. The Last Shark was an Italian ripoff.
Okay.
And then Up the Depths is the Filipino film that they ripped off their ending from. So the ending of Jaws 3D is actually twice removed from a shitty Filipino film that was directed by one of the screenwriters that worked with Roger Corman and wrote a bunch of his classics. And we have to go back to that in a minute, because when I was doing that, I found something fucking hilarious. But we're moving on to Jaws again. I just had to bring it up.
You know what? You know what else? Another similarity, and I don't know why.
Jaws.
Yeah. Philip Fitzroy's partner, Jack Tate.
The Frenchman?
No, well, he's English.
He was French.
No. Now,
really?
I don't know if this is if you caught on to this, but I certainly did. He's British, by the way.
Okay.
The film With Nail and I. Do you remember the character Danny from With Nail and I?
Yeah.
Okay. Danny was the guy, for everyone out there that doesn't know, he was the guy that he was their drug dealer, or at least he was.
Same guy?
No. But they sound exactly alike. His slow delivery, the whole time, he's like, "You listen to me, mate." It's like, whoa, is this guy going to give somebody drugs?
Now, he wasn't slow when they went to evacuate the beach and he punched out the fat guy that was going to start with him.
Yeah, I know. But he's like,
that was great. He's rushing all the people out of the beach, and he bumps the fat guy with the beer, and the guy turns, and like the guy doesn't even get a hit in. He just kind of looks at him, and he just grabs him and punches him. Like, I know you're going to start shit.
It's going to end it right here.
He finishes before it even starts.
But it's like his delivery is like, "You listen to me, mate. You won't be able to handle what I got here." It's just like, holy shit, it's the guy from With Nail and I. And I looked it up. I was like, this has got to be Ralph Brown. He kind of looks like Ralph Brown, and it's not. It's not him. But it just, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, he sounded exactly like him. As a matter of fact, I brought up Ralph Brown here. He's from Cambridgeshire, England. I want to see if this guy P.H. Moriarty is from there too. And I clicked on the wrong name because I'm wearing 3D glasses. Can't fucking see. It just says London. Okay, he's from London, England. I don't know how close it is to Cambridgeshire, but it just like it's the same fucking guy, just about. I just thought that was interesting that he sounded exactly like that dude from Withnail and I.
I think there might have been, like, in not in a negative way, I think there might have been a homosexual element between those two characters as well.
Well, was it the part that he said, "He belongs to me"?
That and the part
Might have been that
he
part.
broke down. It was that part and the part where he starts weeping like a 2-year-old girl when he thinks that the guy might have died.
Yeah, no, they were totally pulling each other's.
There was something going on there.
They were pulling each other's taffy for sure.
They were helping each other in their wetsuits.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Just, when they looked at each other too, he's like, what did he say? Do you remember wherever? And he's like, I would feel more comfortable if, we did the one thing. Then he's talking about retirement. It's like, what are they talking about this for? They're going to go buy a fucking, house somewhere together in fucking Fire Island?
Oh, maybe. It
Maybe.
might have been a better choice.
Yeah, real estate
now
wasn't that
why
good.
does my film have why does my 3D shark film have commercial stops in it? Can you tell me that?
Because it's a video CD out of China.
But it feels like it's actually blocked for commercial breaks. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, I understand. I noticed it too.
Yeah, it really has the feel like they planned commercial breaks for this when they made it. Just me. Just me.
And I don't have the Blu-ray of it, or the DVD, because God, why would I? I don't know. I don't think it's the same way in those. I just think this is a poorly edited copy that we have.
Okay, maybe that.
You got to remember too.
Well, the film's poorly edited too.
It's in 3D. It's shitty quality, first of all, and it's in 3D. I don't know if they took the video and translated it to 3D themselves.
I think they actually just traced it on like paper and made copies of it.
Yeah. Or
it's that bad of
if this is just an old rip from years, like a Laserdisc rip from the 80s or 90s in a 3D one. I just don't know. Because I've seen, clips of it online, and the only ones I could find online are the DVD or Blu-ray rip, on YouTube, just simple clips. So
now, as the plot progresses, the shark eats people and then they kill the shark. We know that.
Yeah. Well, first they capture its baby. That's the major plot twist, is that they go through all the trouble to catch the shark, and they think they're done. And it turns out that it's the baby. And then Lou Gossett makes the amazing decision to put him in the viewing tank for everyone that's coming into the park to see. And, of course, the shark goes into shock because it's taken from one tank and just immediately put in another. And if anyone that's owned a fish tank, especially a saltwater one, you just can't put fish in the water. They go into shock and die. And that's exactly what happened. It was Lou Gossett's call.
Is that for like guppies too, or just like goldfish, stuff like that?
I don't know.
Does a pet?
Maybe guppies.
And the film doesn't tip its hand at all as to where the big shark is hiding. When every other person that bumps into Dennis Quaid asks him, "Did you check the filtration tunnel?" So, no, that's the other section. There's no reason to even look in there. Like 5 different people ask him in the course of half an hour, "What about the filtration tube?" No reason to even think about looking in there. There's nothing wrong. Even Lou Gossett asks him about the tube. If Lou Gossett asks him about the tube, it's fucking obvious.
Right. And like I was saying before, this film doesn't paint SeaWorld in a good light at all, but it's also a 100-minute commercial for SeaWorld as well. Because every other turn, it's just like a fucking dolphin show is going on. They're doing flips. The fucking the skiers with the speedboats and all this shit. Even at the end, the last fucking scene of the film is a dolphin show.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, they squeezed a lot of it into that like 5-10 minute montage in the middle.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. That was a fast forward moment.
Yeah. I didn't have a luxury to do that, actually.
But
Yes.
And what's with the guy's wife harassing her husband's boss? How the fuck is that is acceptable?
It's not.
It's like she comes up behind him and throws the guy's back bag at him. I don't want to. I'm his fucking boss. Why are you complaining about this? Go talk to your mother. What the shit you could get away with in the 80s?
I know.
Why are you complaining to me because your husband's a fucking louse? And there must be some kind of abuse in there because the last time you see her at the end, is that where she starts defending him.
I don't want
him no harm.
I don't want to hurt him because he's gonna come home and beat me. I don't want it to get out that I did anything because when he comes home, I'm gonna get a shiner.
Yeah. Don't tell him I called the cops on him.
Audrey, where'd you get that shiner? What shiner?
Yeah, I mean, but you're right. Not much happens because the whole film is practically treading water. Ha ha. Until we get to the big, the shark's loose and in their vast undersea kingdom display.
Yeah. I love it when Oh no, I was gonna say I love it when they interrupt Lou Gossett at dinner. He's like, "It better be important. We eating dinner here." And then he comes over and he's like, "It is important." He goes, "All right, you two better come with me." It's like we're fucking eating dinner.
No, it's better because it better be important. We eating dinner. And the guy leans over here. Whisper, 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 shark. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Oh, that is important.
It's like, all right.
Every time they go to get him, he's having drinks or dinner.
Right. Oh, like in the beginning where he talks, he goes, "We got free drinks," or we got drinks. They free. They free.
I got pizza too. You want some pizza?
Philip Fitzroy's.
But no grenades.
No grenades.
No grenades.
It's wonderful.
No grenade.
You see those kids? Aren't they great?
That's the t-shirt. That's the t-shirt you need.
We got drinks. They're free.
Free drinks, but no grenades.
No, that's right. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, but in this whole under the sea thing, where it's the walkways where you can look at all the wonderful stuff.
Yeah.
Under the fake ocean they built is so shoddily built that the shark bumps it once and the tunnels start just disintegrating.
Oh, yeah, it's like Dennis Quaid. He's a real fucking shitty. He's a shitty builder. Go through all the trouble to say that he built everything and you can't blow grenades in there. It's all fiberglass. Took me forever to build. You're gonna blow it up in 1 minute. It's like, yeah, it fucking sucks.
No wonder he didn't want that grenade down there. Look how fragile the fucking thing is. And there's always one asshole in the group when Lou Gossett very calmly announces, "Everybody, we have to close the ride temporarily. So everybody, in a calm fashion,
go with your guides.
With your guides, and just get to the nearest exit at your own leisurely pace." And then everybody starts walking around, and the one guy, of course, there's always one asshole, who say, "Where the hell's the nearest available exit? We're underwater down here." The most realistic thing about this movie, there's always going to be one fucker has to get loud and start trying to panic people. Dude, it's a fucking tunnel. Walk until you get out. Shut the fuck up.
Of course, that was their way of trying to create tension. It's like,
yeah,
where are these exits? We underwater. We're underwater around here. Yeah, okay.
And that's of course where we descend into the whole shark loose in the giant undersea kingdom thing, and now they have to hunt the shark down. And so Patrick Fitzroy's.
Fitzroy, you got to do the bounce.
Fitzroy's. He decided he and his gay lover decide to lure. And I don't say that in a bad way. I don't anybody think I'm saying that in a bad way. I support their. What?
Yes. If anyone's listened to past Strangers episodes, we know.
Yeah, I just don't want to make it sound like I'm trying to be derogatory towards them. I'm
Understandable.
But they decide to lure the shark into the filter tube,
right,
and then lock it in there. And then after they do that, the shark, after it eats Fitzroy's, breaks the gate open with its tail, and then does something that I am not into nature. I don't watch the Nature Channel. I don't watch documentaries on natural wildlife. I don't read International Geographic or what the fuck. I don't know a lot about animals. I don't care. I do, however, know for a fact that sharks can't swim backwards. In my limited knowledge of the animal kingdom, I know that pretty much fish can't swim backwards, period.
As a matter of fact, aren't sharks the one breed that if they stop swimming, they actually die?
Yes, that's the whole metaphor that Hunter S. Thompson uses in his writing about the like sharks. You got to keep moving. If you stop moving, you'll die.
Okay.
And also you'll sink. So when that shark floats belly up in the middle of the film, that's bullshit too. When they die, they sink. So when you're watching the shark, first of all, beat open the cage with its tail and then back out of the tube where it was hiding. Sharks can't do that.
They can't do that.
So that was a bit of a leap there.
I got it. Lou got it.
Lou ain't got it.
Nope.
And I'm also pretty much you can't scream underwater.
No.
Well, when he eats Fitzroy's, when he eats him, it's how long did that scene last? 2, 7, 12 minutes?
Yeah.
The shark's chewing him. Well, we're inside the shark, and it's chewing this guy. He's not even halfway out of the shark. He's all the way in the shark, and every time the shark chews, you're. Now he's got the air tank. I can understand that.
Pull the pin. Just pull the pin, Patrick. Or Philip. Philip.
But later when the shark eats Gossett's nephew, who doesn't have any breathing apparatus, he at least 3 times goes. Now after that first. Your air is expelled from your lungs, you're not getting a second breath to scream again. It doesn't happen.
It certainly doesn't.
I think all in all, some of the funny... There they are at the dinner. Are you right there now or just before it?
They're at the dinner table, yeah.
Yeah.
I should rewind it just a little bit. We eating dinner here.
Yeah, play that.
Let me do that.
That's some of the funniest underwater gurgles ever.
Hold on.
Port. It is, sir.
Here we go.
What is that? My God, it's the 16th Earl of Adenfield.
Now, shake hands with the first Calvin of SeaWorld.
Enchanté.
Enchanté, he know French too, huh?
Mr. Bishop.
Now, wait a minute, we having dinner here. That'll be important.
It is, sir.
Let's kill a shark.
It is important, gentlemen. Better come with me.
He goes, nah, we having dinner here. It better be important.
He's the man.
I just love it. The way his whole demeanor when he walks to the table is like, whoa, we having dinner here. The fuck's your problem?
It's not like he's totally oblivious. I mean, when the guy whispers shark in his ear, he's not like, yeah, whatever, we're finishing our entrees. At least he has enough sense to say, that is important, we should move on. But again, it's not that he's completely oblivious. He just has that knack of really knowing how to make a bad decision in a pinch.
Yeah.
That's all. It's just when it comes to making those last-minute life or death situation decisions, that's where he just flips the coin, head tail side up every time.
Every time. Oh, we eating dinner here. Better be important.
Oh, speaking of Fitzroy's being eaten.
Yeah.
Okay. Shark in tube, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shark in tube. Shark eats Fitzroy's.
Fitzroy's.
Shark smashes 1-inch thin glass to break into underwater command center. Eats Lou Gossett's nephew.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Goes after Dennis Quaid, opens mouth, Fitzroy's still in mouth.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Very slow digestive system.
But it's sticking out. The arm's still sticking out of his mouth. Now, if you do happen to have, and I'm not speaking from experience, but if you ever have a big game hunter's severed arm stuck in your molars, eating an entrepreneur's nephew We'll dislodge that.
Yeah,
really-
for the most part, yeah.
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 I mean, it's not like it was tight in the teeth either. The arm sticking out, like the length from the shoulder out, waving the grenade around. so I'm calling a little shenanigan on that.
Pull the pin, Philip.
Yeah, and that nephew didn't get a... Now, what happens to Lou Gossett? That's the question.
Well, doesn't Calvin said that or Calvin, Dennis Quaid's character, Mike, he says Calvin's okay, he made it.
Yeah, but how the fuck does he know that? Because we've been hit with him. The last that we see of Gossett, he grabs the girl and swims away. He leaves his nephew to go, but he grabs the girl.
Right. Well, that's the
At least
thing.
in
That whole ending looked like it
At
was so abrupt.
Oh, all right, well, you know why? And this is from memory. I remember the two big things about this movie before it came out. The big things that they covered on the news and did your little documentaries on cable for were one...
Oh, wait. Hold on.
What?
Hold on.
TV monitors rolling. You're gonna have more coverage than a space launch around here.
Good. It's just the way I like it.
Right.
The color of your wetsuit's one hell of a choice. The shark's gonna love you.
Exactly. Helps me to get the close-ups.
You're the showman.
Good, honey. Do you think a suit's gonna protect you?
Are you kidding?
Well,
If
it
you
won't
felt
bite
the...
through, but it will yield to pressure. So she might just get a little squeeze.
Squeezed.
Oh, that's great news. Look,
Are you doing it for the grenade thing?
Yeah.
why don't you just let Her Majesty's #1 son take care of it,
They
huh?
talk like a good 2 minutes about the grenades, though.
Do they?
Yeah, but I just don't want it to be you.
Yeah, it's not very
You
quick.
build all the stuff. I swim around in it. That was the deal, right? Hmm?
Yeah, it's going to take a minute or so. It's not right away.
I love
Oh,
you too.
thought it was right here.
You'll see it. They'll look up and ask him.
Here it is. Here it is.
but- Yeah, it's going to take a minute, though.
Yes, if we get into any trouble, all we have to do is pull the pin.
What are those?
Nose bumps. They're what? Nose bumps, son.
Oh, just take a while.
Checking Her Majesty's ordnance.
Kill
makes
him.
them up.
All right. I just wanted Lou Gossett to say no grenades.
He will, but he's going to do it about like a minute.
Okay.
All I'm saying was when he swims away, though, with the girl, he swims away and down, and that's the last we see of them. So if that's the last we see of them, there's no way Brody knows he survived.
Well, yeah. I mean,
And everybody's all concerned about the dolphins at the end. No one gives a shit about the poor nephew that just got chomped to shit. And he was the one helping them in and out of the holes.
yeah. Well, yeah. Here we go. Here it is.
No grenades.
Thank you. Truer words have never been said.
I mean, just the way he says, he's like, all right, no grenades.
And that,
motherfucker.
sir, is
Yeah.
why Lou Gossett's got it.
He got it.
That's right.
I mean, the whole end scene with Lou Gossett swimming away, did he just refuse to say, I ain't gonna swim in no water? We need a shot of you with Dennis Quaid and the chick from that show that Jessica Biel was on, Seventh Heaven, I think. We need you in the water with them to show that I ain't gonna go swimming. Ain't doing it. In my contract.
I remember for a fact that when this film was when they were promoting the film before it came out, the two big things they talked about were the shark-proof suit she wears, because that was like a new thing then.
What was it, like Kevlar?
And so they were promoting the shit out of that.
Okay.
And one of the big features of the making of documentary was all the preparation they went into to build that set with the tank around it, so when the window smashes, the whole set floods with that water.
Right.
It was a
This is
big
the
setup.
the end scene.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The end scene where the shark smashes the 1-inch thin plexiglass.
And let me tell you something. That scene where it smashes the glass is the one scene I remember vividly when I was a little kid, back in 1983 when this came out. I remember
As being
that.
horrible.
Well, no, I remember the shark in slow motion just going towards the glass, and then everyone in slow motion going. I just remember that. That's what I remember most vividly about this film as a kid.
That slow motion equals fix it in post.
Yeah.
And the big hype around it was that this was the biggest like water tank dump into a set done at this point up until this point in time. Whether or not that's true, I'm not sure, but that's what they were typing at the time. So all this talk about how, all this tank and everything was going to flood this in to give this realistic effect, and it must have all fucking went wrong, because all you get when it happens is the one angle of the water hitting the computer banks in the back.
Yeah, you're right.
At an angle. That's it. Nothing. And even that's at an angle, so it's almost like the camera got jarred or something.
It got all wet.
Yes, I mean...
Wait, we got to use waterproof cameras for this shot? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I whatever they were trying to do, I think failed miserably, and I think they were already over budget because this film cost a lot of money.
Actually, I thought it cost only like 18. I guess 18 million for 1983 is a lot.
And it's a lot for a third sequel or second sequel.
Yeah, it cost 18 million. It made 88 million dollars here, though.
How does this? What?
88 million dollars it made.
What?
Yeah, made 88 million bucks. Actually, that's according to the wiki. Let me find out. If that's worldwide or just domestic. Oh, I'm interested to find that out now. But this film is so old. Sometimes IMDb just doesn't,
Ass bastards.
Yeah, they just, for as good as a website as it is, sometimes they don't have all the information.
Well, they certainly don't check the trivia and other stuff they put up on their site for any kind of grammatical errors. Because there are people that just don't know how to fucking complete a sentence, posting stuff up there.
That 88 million is worldwide. 45 million here. Another 42 million foreign.
And by the way, trivia means like something like it's implied that trivia means something that's little known or unknown about the film. Trivia for this movie, the name of the new attraction at SeaWorld was the Undersea Kingdom. That's not trivia. That's just a fact in the movie. And periods go inside the quotation marks, motherfucker. The world's being run by illiterates. I swear.
It is. No, you're right.
But
like I said, things like spell check make people seem dumber, but they're really or seem smarter, but they're really getting dumber.
But you were correct. When you watch that scene where the shark breaks into the glass, you really get the feeling that, oh, yeah, this was edited in post because it didn't work. But, yeah. And the ending, when it should have been when they're looking for the dolphins, Luke Gossett should have been riding the dolphins away.
And every time they went the dolphin noise, I'm sorry, I just kept flashing back to Ace Ventura.
How about the shark noises?
Oh, yeah.
The shark actually growling.
Arr. Well, ever since Spielberg did the original Jaws and said that they used a dinosaur sound for when the shark dies at the end, every single film, they tried something different with how it made noise.
Yeah, but they don't make noise.
Yeah. It just... No, they don't.
No.
Black eyes like a doll's eyes.
And if you're using a film to promote your massive SeaWorld, you think the one thing you'd want them to do is make sure that the facts they put in the film are actual facts.
Right.
I mean, you think you'd have like a SeaWorld attendees off to the side and say, no, sharks don't float. No. Please don't do that. Please. We're supposed to be like marine. You're supposed to be a marine biologist. Stop that now.
I'm looking at your quote for the Undersea Kingdom where the period is not inside the quotes. You're right.
Yeah.
That just fucking pisses me off. It's a glaring mistake. How does that not get proof?
Because they don't give a shit.
No, they don't.
They're not paying anybody enough to give a shit.
Spell check didn't fix that for him?
Spell check? What's that? Yeah, it's called Google Chrome. Fucking fire it up and use the spell check in it, motherfucker. I'm more mad at that now than the film. I mean...
Yeah, right?
And his brother's pretty useless in the movie. All he's there for is to whine about being in the water. And I love the whole scene where...
His brother's only there to just hammer home the fact that they were the kids from the first film.
Right. I love the whole part in the middle where the girl he just met takes him out on the little bumper boat.
Oh, yeah.
And
what is this? Am I steering this? Are you steering this? I don't know what the hell's going on.
Well, I mean, the only great idea. Take your new boyfriend out on a ride in a medium that he has a childhood fear of, and when the conversation is him pretty much saying, "Don't you have to work or something?" Or, no, we'll keep doing this. Oh, okay. No, seriously, I'm done with you.
The sex ain't that good.
Hey, that shark bite, she should be happy that shark bit her. That saved the relationship.
That's right.
He was already like to drop her off at work and never come back. Once that shark bit her, said, "No, I'll ride in the ambulance with her."
Yeah.
Oh, this ride you'll take with her. You don't want to get in the dinner tube, but the ambulance you'll hop in with her. Okay.
Is this about the shark?
And
like I said, you'd think that she would have said something, or there would have been a scene that said, "How could you do that? You killed this shark." It's like, he killed the shark, and it's like, it's no big fucking deal. They went through, she went through a lot of trouble to mention that this is a great white, and we're going to be the only one that has one, and you killed it. Hey, look, Shamu.
And I got to admit, I am not a fan of the idea of sea parks, so I like the fact that the majority of the tourists at the sea park were also portrayed as like idiots and incompetents.
Yeah.
It was like a special kind of fuck you to SeaWorld there, too.
Where are all the exits? We're underwater here.
Only thing dumber than the owner is the people paying to see it. Please.
That's what Lou got it. That's what he's hoping for. Come on, there's
That's
drinks.
Why I'm bringing in Fitzroy's.
We got drinks. They're free.
Oh, and like 80s films especially, I have this habit where when there's a scene with background actors, watching the background actors instead.
Yeah, to see what they're doing.
Because in the 80s, there was a lot of, at some points, like 70s especially, 70s and 80s, they still hadn't gotten to the point where they would close off entire sets and pay extras and orchestrate everything.
They would just film in front of.
Yeah, especially, yeah. Sometimes they would just film in places or just have like random people sign waivers and then let them do whatever they were doing. And so if you watch in the opening when he first introduces Fitzroyce,
right,
in the background, there's one woman that stops and turns and looks right at the camera. Literally stops and like, "Oh, is that a camera?"
Are we being filmed right now?
It's so blatant. It's great.
Patrick.
Or
Philip Fitzroyce. Do the bounce.
Fitzroyce.
Do the bounce.
Hey, at least the bad movies in the 80s, it was just like shameless commercialism. I mean, Richard Matheson, the screenwriter, author. He's done he's written a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff. He came out after the film and kind of said, "Yeah, they destroyed my original story." 10 screenplay rewrites later, that this is what came out. This is not mine. And I think I liked that the IMDb said that in an interview later, Dennis Quaid referred to the movie as "I was in Jaws what." But I mean, at least with this film, it's okay. It cost $18 million, which is a lot of money, I guess.
For 1983, yeah,
it's a decent amount.
It is,
and I can see them going over budget at the end. But you can see where they cut corners. You can see where it's like, oh, we just got to get this film out here now because it's the third film coming out, and we're going to make the money this year. At least this is supposed to be bad. Everything about this is supposed to be bad. The fact it was made guarantees to be bad. Mm-hmm. The fact that the fact that the producers were like, let's just make a parody because there's no way you're going to make a good third movie about a killer shark. It's going to be bad. Avatar should not have been bad.
Right. $400 million, $500 million.
Yeah, when you spend half a fucking $1 billion and spend 10 years making a film, it shouldn't be bad. This should be bad with the fucking fake tentacle under the sea kingdom bullshit and Luke Gossett running around. Ah, yeah, I'm eating dinner. Yeah, this should be bad. And so you can't even hate the film. It's like, yeah, you're the product. It's like a juvenile delinquent. And you look at the parents. Yeah, you were always doomed to be trying to rob me. Juvenile Hall was written in the stars for you. Just look at your parents and the town you grew up in. That's like this. This film's parents, with the parents this film had, it was doomed from the start.
Yeah.
See, I can't hate this film. I only pity it.
They're doing all the scenes where just shit just keeps coming at you. It's like this whole 5-minute montage of shit coming at you in 3D. Because up until this point, they really didn't do much with the 3D.
Saddest part of the film. You know what the best 3D moment for me was? The part that looked really like it was coming at me?
What was that?
Was the random cattail out of the swamp when the coral thieves were sneaking into the swamp with the raft.
Yeah.
It's that one long shot where they just let the reed fall into the camera. That looked like it was coming right at me. I was like, whoa, that looks good.
It's got to be by accident.
Exactly. Everything else up to and including the actual jaws flying at you after they blow up the shark.
Oh, God, that was so bad. That was so fucking bad.
That was just like the film saying, okay, we're just going to take shitty one step further.
Yeah. All right. Are we done with the film? Do we want to rate it so I can give you your challenge?
I think I touched everything I made notes on.
Yeah, I think I did too.
Do me a favor before we stop.
Yeah.
Jump ahead to the end and just play the audio of when Fitzroyce gets eaten.
When Fitzroyce gets eaten?
Yeah, I want to hear that audio.
All right, I'm gonna put you up top so I can get to the bar.
Careful! Ooh, yeah, seasick here.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Fitzroyce.
Just chewing him for like a minute.
Pull the pin. Pull the pin. Philip. Oh God, I can't see so good. I should take these glasses off.
Yeah, you should take the glasses off. So they tie the lifeline to the ladder. And what's that? Oh, they're testing the lifeline. Doink doink. Lifeline's tight. I guess you should have pulled that 4 times.
Here we go. They got a zoom up shot of his teeth, and the teeth are in 3D. Oh Lord! I'm gonna beat this shark off, and then I'm gonna beat off my partner Jake. Oh, here.
All right, one more. Go fast forward to the nephew being chewed. Because that's the triple cream underwater. See, now apparently being chewed by a
oh wait. Because I got to do it. They've
shut the pumps off. Socialist. I can't come out much longer. Philip, pull the pin! Pull the pin, Philip.
Pull the pin.
We put a down payment.
Being chewed to death by a shark apparently is not a quiet, easy way to go. Yeah, no, just real quick, just for our listening audience, the audio of Gossett's nephew being chewed to death, if you please.
All right, let me get to it. Here we go. Come on. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is the part where he crashes into the glass.
Right, just after that.
So fucking bad. And we could also show them,
oh, hey,
like the angled shot where the water is just rising.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Wait for it.
Oh, damn!
I distinctly heard 3 auroras.
And it's just like, oh, shit!
And there's a breath in between each one of those.
Better move your pizza to Leroy Brown's Pizza. No. No, it's better move your pizza to Papa Green's Pizza.
Right.
There's some shit like
Show
that.
enough.
Show enough. Better watch it, son. What's all this kung fu shit? If you ain't good, gonna do anything about it. Catches bullets with his teeth.
That's what this film needed.
When the fuck does that happen in any Bruce Lee movie? It doesn't. He
No.
just proclaims that out of nowhere. Catches bullets with his teeth. Like, you're setting something up, aren't you? This is what you're doing.
That's called, in the business, we call that foreshadowing.
For what?
Another example of foreshadowing, Joey.
For
So did you check
what?
the filter tubes? No.
No. Let's not do that. Let's play Standoff, or whatever the fuck that game is. Let's do that instead.
Oh, no, there's nothing there. It's just them playing patty cake. There's nothing to listen to.
Patty cake.
No, I think we got all the best audio of the film right there in those 3.
I think so. All right.
I think I need no grenades as a ringtone now.
Let's rate this bitch.
Oh, do we have to? Okay, let's
Yeah.
see. Jaws 3. Oh,
Now-
jackass. Let me get back.
It's 3.5 on IMDb, and
Ooh.
going with the the whole 3 angle, I think 3 is appropriate.
I was going to say the exact same thing.
Oh, really?
Has to be 3, no more.
It can't be more than 3.
3. It's done.
There
I already
you go.
did it.
Oh, this is where Dennis
Now-
Quaid, he's like... Hold on.
Mike! Mike! The dolphin!
The dolphins, Mike! And her delivery is so... I need to get in the tank. He needs a second pair of eyes behind his back. It's like, get mad. Do something.
Oh, she's not an angry actress. First film of Leah Thompson's, by the way.
Yeah. Lisa. Mike.
And I
Listen to Dennis Quaid in this scene. Lisa. He delivers it like that, too. Lisa.
We did it!
The others, Mike.
Oh,
What about the others?
Calvin made it. Lisa.
How does he know Calvin made it?
Because she's like, the others. Calvin made it. Because we can't explain it. We're just going to say it.
Because Calvin's off camera drinking.
Because Luke Gossett, he won't do any water scenes. There's this whole
Things are
thing.
free.
Black people don't like to swim.
Hey,
Easy there. Well, Luke Gossett, he's not helping that stereotype. Doesn't get in the water once. Runs a fucking water park.
How do you know that wasn't him swimming at the end?
It wasn't.
How do you know
I
that
would
wasn't
put-
Luke Gossett swimming?
I would put good fucking money. You know what? Luke Gossett, he'll be on the show next week. We're going to interview him.
Okay.
Look at this dolphin show they got going. Jesus Lord.
You got a problem with dolphins?
I do.
Now, do you before
Fucking creepy.
give me your movie challenge, because after that I have to go on a side tangent for a few moments.
Oh, okay. All right.
Nothing.
Now,
Can I guess?
yes, you can guess. You're not going to get it.
I can't guess that. Go ahead and give me your setup.
Now, I was thinking about, I didn't want to do another Dennis Quaid film, but then we got to talking earlier today, and I decided this is gonna be the third Dennis Quaid film in a row.
Really?
Yes. Now, there's a reason for it. I was thinking about doing Enemy Mine, because both Dennis Quaid and Lou Gossett are in the film. But I didn't want to do sci-fi again. We've been doing too much of that lately.
That is not that bad of a movie.
And it's not that bad of a film. Now,
it's got funny moments, but yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a bad movie.
Well, the challenge to you is I haven't seen it in almost 20 years, but I don't think it's a bad film either. At least I don't remember it being.
Are you challenging me to another not bad film? Because
what?
Really?
Well, listen. I was going to challenge you to Inner Space, but I decided not to do that either. We got to talking about the remakes thing earlier today, and I thought that we could premiere that for next week's episode. So with that said, and the hints that I've given you...
DOA?
DOA.
So you want to review DOA and the original DOA?
Yes.
Okay. I think in the future we have to try to make the films better, in my personal opinion. But
want to make the films matter?
Batter.
Oh, batter?
Batter. There's got to be at least one stinker in there to make it interesting.
I guess you're right. All right. Iron Eagle it is.
I mean, what?
I said Iron Eagle it is.
See, now you're talking, sir. I hate to reject your challenge, but I just really feel that we need to at least focus on the bad movies.
I haven't seen Iron Eagle in a million years. We'll do Iron Eagle.
That was your best Lou Gossett?
Well, I'm not going to certainly do Digstown.
No, that's a good film. Exactly.
I mean, I could really give you some pain. Apparently, he was in Did I Get Married? Why Did I Get Married 2?
Wow. No, I'm good with Iron Eagle.
I would love to do Iron Eagle.
No, I think Iron Eagle's a good one, and we've already done JD's Revenge.
That's right. One of the more fun episodes.
What
was that episode?
Yeah,
which one was JD's Revenge? What episode was that? Was that 50?
You're the master of remembering.
God, was that? I'm gonna have to look it up. I think it was 58.
Yeah, you're the one that's good at remembering all those. No, that was a good one, and I made you watch that after I'd already seen the film. That was I still have 2 ringtones from that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which I'd never have on my phone because I don't want them ringing in public.
That's
not. Yeah, I don't need that ringing at the doctor's office. What did that boy's phone just say? No. But it's Lou Gossett.
Lou Gossett. Oh, he got it all right.
Yeah, for any of our newer listeners, I highly recommend going back to the JD's Revenge episode. That's a good one.
Episode 53.
That was a fun movie.
53 for anyone that wants.
Yeah, that because that's one of those movies where literally every 2 minutes you're just like something wonderfully new.
Right. I'm the craziest nigga you ever gonna meet. Oh, really?
Not even the dialogue. I mean, again, remember like the thing where he goes to the pawn shop to buy the hat, and the guy that owns the pawn shop's wearing an eye patch.
Yeah,
just like that. It's like, wait a minute, I want to know about the guy with the eye patch now.
Like, why is he wearing an eye patch? How did he get this eye patch?
And I still say, if they remake JD's Revenge, Will Ferrell has to play it. I don't think there's anybody who could disagree with that.
No, I think so. Oh, you know what I started watching? That Spanish film that he did.
Yeah, I started watching that too, and it's
10 minutes in. 10 minutes in, got old real fast.
Yeah. Oh, so the joke. All right, I got the joke, and you got nothing else to offer but that.
Yeah, I mean, I really gave it a shot, and it just, I was bored. 15 minutes in, I was just bored.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'll get everyone the name of the film.
Casa de Padre.
Right, that's it.
Yeah. I don't know who thought that the novelty of Will Ferrell speaking Spanish would last an hour and a half.
Casa de mi padre.
Casa
what is
de
that?
mi padre.
House of my father?
Yeah.
So, is that what that is? Okay.
Well, and that's the thing with Will Ferrell films. Again, Land of the Lost. I love that film.
Yeah.
I I thought it was hilarious. Not saying it's a great movie. I thought it was hilarious. I laughed a lot during that film. Every other film that came out of his in like that 2-3 year period, the basketball one, the ice skating one,
right?
There was another one I don't even remember. He came out like 4 that year. All of them looked just stupid as shit. Had no interest in seeing any of them. Every one of them box office smashes. The one I like bombs.
Yeah, let's see. It was.
I don't get it.
Land of the Lost, Step Brothers, Semi-Pro,
Step Brothers,
Blades of Glory.
Blades of Glory.
Those were all within a 1.5 year period.
Yeah, he was just cranking all of this shit out. It was just like, okay, let's just see how many times I can like.
I think Step Brothers is fucking hilarious, though.
No, I think Step Brothers is.
No, I think you should give Step Brothers another chance.
There's
a lot of funny shit in there.
No, there's some funny shit surrounded by the same running gag. Oh, get it? They're two 40-year-olds that act like retards.
And I think that's fucking. I think it's hilarious. I don't know. Maybe my potty humor is gotten worse through the years. Maybe you've gotten more sophisticated. But I think Step Brothers is a very funny film.
I didn't like it when I saw it when it first came out. I actually saw that. I saw it in the drive-in, and I was aghast. And I wanted to see it. That was one of the few where I said, "Oh, that looks like it might be funny." And after 10 minutes, it's like, okay, I get it. You're acting like a fucking idiot. I mean, it's give me something else. Except I'm 40 years old and I'm acting like I'm 10.
He was aghast, everyone.
I just not aghast. Just it was just like, okay.
You should have a pipe if
you know what it was.
Say that word.
It was like watching the Groove Tube.
Ooh, come on.
I'm like, okay, so this is supposed to be funny when?
You can't compare the two.
No, you can't. No,
the Groove Tube is
unfair comparison.
I watched that on my day off. I mean, a day where I have the whole day to myself. An hour and 12 minutes was wasted on the Groove Tube on my day off. But I felt I needed to watch it because you had just watched it and raved. Well, not raved, but you had raged. That's a better word. Of how bad it was.
I believe I messaged you. It's like, oh, dear, sweet fucking God. This is the most unfunniest film I've ever seen.
It was just...
And I think I posted on Get Glue when I watched it that...
You did.
Yeah, that's like it's nice to know that
Chevy Chase and
Richard Belzer are just as unfunny now as they were when they first started.
Yeah.
I mean, they did some funny stuff in the middle, but holy shit, talk about just unfunny. There's nothing funny in that movie. I defy anybody listening to watch the Groove Tube and laugh. There's a couple moments where like, okay, I get the humor here, but
still not good.
Every joke is stretched out way too long.
And it's only 72 minutes. That's the thing. It's only 72 minutes.
Felt like a day.
The only part that I was telling Scott this, the only part that made me smirk was there's this scene where they have dolls, like a Ken and a Barbie dolls, like a knockoff. And at the end, it said that they were manufactured in Newark, New Jersey. And I don't know why I have this soft spot for Newark. Maybe it's because I was born there, I was raised there. But I always, every time I see it, I just, a little chuckle or a smirk. That's it. That's the only time I did anything remotely close to a laugh. Was like, oh, it's Newark.
There's nothing funny about Newark, sir.
There really isn't anything funny about Newark.
No, there really isn't. No. I didn't say that.
Nope.
I've watched it a lot lately because I've been getting copies of all these old VHS movies that aren't available anymore.
Oh.
On DVD, like stuff that's just you can't find anywhere.
Been uploading my entire movie collection because I've converted it digitally, and I pay for the unlimited service. Now, obviously, what's the definition of unlimited? Yeah, self-explanatory. So I wake up this morning to find that it says, "Oh, we're sorry, you've run out of space." Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. I've what? You've uploaded 2 terabytes of data. You've run out of space. But don't worry, we've upgraded you to the 2 terabyte plus. And I'm like, well, obviously you say unlimited, but you have a certain point that people can upload until before you have to free up more space for them. So it's not truly unlimited. At least it fucking better be. Because I spent an entire month uploading flicks. A whole month. Every single day. 100 gig a day. Just about. A few days I've missed. But if it comes to the point where it's like, we're sorry, you cannot upload anymore. It's like, well, wait a minute. I got another terabyte.
A red light went off somewhere on the desk. Yeah, we got another one of those.
Yeah. It's like this guy's uploading his entire movie collection. All right, boys, grab what you want. Tell them that.
I mean, I was also laid up all weekend sick with a horrible stomach illness, so I was watching a lot of movies, but I can't talk about that now.
Oh,
what?
I said, why am I still wearing the fucking glasses? The movie's over.
Because you're a fool. Damn fool.
Tell me about it.
But I can't talk about films I watch because when I was doing my research for Jaws, I got sidetracked. You ever researching something online and like you see something else, like, oh, I wonder where that goes, and it just takes you in a whole different direction?
Yeah.
Researching that whole thing about the Italian ripoff of Jaws being pulled from the theaters, and then how that ripped off the Filipino version of Jaws.
Right. Going
through all that, the Filipino version of Jaws, Up from the Depths, was in that Filipino exploitation film documentary, like Chicks and Machetes, something like that. It's on Netflix, and they covered how shoddy the monster was and everything. And looking at it, the director was Charles B. Griffith, which rings the bell immediately. He worked with Roger Corman, and he was a screenwriter on a lot of Roger Corman films and other shitty films back then. I'm like, oh yeah, let me just refresh my memory, and I'll go to IMDb biography. And I'm reading it, and I realize that agents or people themselves write the biographies. Obviously, they're not having someone write a biography for them.
Right.
It's so obvious that somebody on Mr. Griffith's payroll wrote his biography. Again, just if you just go to his, what he's done. I'm going to rattle off a couple of films as a writer. His early films: Gunslinger, Roger Corman film. It Conquered the World. Okay. Not a good movie. Naked Paradise. Not of This Earth. Attack of the Crab Monsters. The Undead. Teenage Doll. These are not good movies. A Bucket of Blood.
Really?
Which is basically a remake of. That's the one I'm thinking of, right? Bucket of Blood is the one with the
what's his
art
face?
house. Yeah.
Who was in Bucket of Blood?
Dick Miller. That was
Dick Miller. That's right.
Yeah, Dick's only starring role, and it's basically the exact same plot from Little Shop of Horrors, which was also written by Mr. Griffith. Did he direct that one? He was. He also Death Race. So, but I'm reading his biography, and what was it? It starts off legendary screenwriter Charles Bryant, and I'm thinking legendary. He did a lot of stuff, yeah. And what was it? Oh, The Undead. If you've ever seen the film The Undead, it was one of the MST3K films too. It's a horrible film. What?
I thought you were talking about the other Undead film that you liked.
Or am I thinking of The Dead Talk Back? I'm confusing that with The Dead Talk Back. The Undead's not good either. But, for example, later he wrote The Undead in 1957 for Corman, a fascinating journey into reincarnation. Was it? Was it fascinating? Next was his classic Not of This Earth, an excellent adventure concerning an alien vampire from outer space that he co-wrote with Mark Hanna. It was an excellent adventure. Everything is described to the grandiose. I just find it humorous. Maybe it's not as humorous now that I'm talking about it, but now I feel like I'm just picking on the guy. Oh, it even says here, A Bucket of Blood was a dark horror comedy about an artist who murders people to make artworks out of them. Dick Miller starred in that film. Griffith's best-known film was the low-budget classic Little Shop of Horrors. Shot in 3 days, this horror comedy starred Jack Nicholson. And it doesn't mention the fact that they're basically the same fucking movie.
Yeah.
I have to look into this, and I need to get the original screenplay now. because when it mentioned the film The Undead, it says he later wrote The Undead for Corman, A Fascinating Journey in the Reincarnation, originally written in iambic pentameter.
Really?
what I love even better, it says originally written in iambic pentameter, the script was translated by Griffith back into English.
Oh my God.
Yeah, iambic pentameter is not a different language. And I think I just like lost most of our audience. I apologize. That's like an English joke. I'm sorry. I'll stop.
It's okay.
I got a copy of Hawk the Slayer.
Oh, did you?
We back in now? Are we back into the normal realms of humor?
Yeah.
I've been dying to see this for like decades now. I remember bits and pieces of it as a kid.
Somebody asked me for it just recently. Oh, Chris Wollner.
Yeah.
Yeah, he asked me for it recently. I got it to him. And he was like, yeah, I'm digging the music.
Oh, also got The Rocketeer. Remember that?
The one from the 90s?
Yeah, no, 90s.
The Disney film from the early 90s?
Was it early 90s or late 80s?
The one with what's his face? It had something
91.
Something Campbell. I always thought
Bill
it was Bruce Campbell's brother, but they're not related.
Jennifer Connelly, Timothy Dalton.
God, Jennifer Connelly.
Alan Arkin.
I love Jennifer Connelly and her big bodacious boobs. Billy Campbell. No relation to Bruce Campbell.
The Rocketeers always fascinated me because I remember when it came out and it was everywhere. It was the blockbuster movie of the year. They were promoting it, you couldn't walk anywhere without seeing something about the Rocketeer. They were releasing comic books. There was everything. It was just Rocketeer fucking year. Right?
Yeah.
Literally 5 years later, it's like you never heard of the film.
Yeah.
Just all that time and effort, and it's not a good movie either. I've gone back and rewatched it. It's like, yeah, this is shit.
It's another bad Disney movie.
Oh, it is Disney, is it? Oh,
fucking Joe Johnston directed that. Oh my God.
You know what's funny? The best Disney films, like live action, were the shitty ones from like the 70s. Like I actually just got a copy of it.
Something
recently.
Wicked This Way Comes. Remember that one?
That was
Jason Robards. That was 83, I think, or 82.
There's supposedly a different cut of that floating around somewhere.
Darker?
Yes, much darker, supposedly.
Really? Yeah.
I read that an issue of Video Watchdog that I got rid of. I have to search that down sometime.
Is that's based on a book, right? Yeah, 1983. I thought it was.
Bradbury, yeah. Based on a Ray Bradbury
Oh, that's
novel.
right. You're right. It is Ray Bradbury.
I know I'm right.
You know you're right. You know it. No. We eating dinner here.
But it's just Rocketeers is one of those weird films that just disappears completely off the radar. And it's also a bizarre film because Rondo Hatton, the misshapen guy that used to be like the Creeper movies.
Yeah.
Back in the 50s. I think it was 50s. They actually make up a guy to look like Rondo Hatton.
Oh, you're right. They do.
He's the big bruiser that runs around. And it's supposed to be a compliment, but I just find it seems creepy to me that they made someone up to look like the dead guy who made his living being creepy guys because he had a physical deformity that made him look creepy.
Right.
Something about it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth every time I see it. It's just weird. Yeah, but like Disney film, like The Cat from Outer Space. Remember that one?
Yes. Oh God, yeah. Ugh.
The Computer Wore Tennis Sneakers. Those were low-budget, crappy little films. 10 times better than The Black Hole, than The Rocketeer,
Tron.
than anything they tried to do from like the late 80s on. Devil and Max Devlin. I mean, but then I think Cat from Outer Space was 80s, wasn't it?
Cat from
I don't think so.
Late 70s, I think.
78.
Okay.
Yeah. But again, any Disney film that Kurt Russell was in, the old Absent-Minded Professor films, those just, even though they were bad, they just still had a charm to them. And then they just started cranking out just bizarre shit.
They just were trying to gear themselves more towards adults. That's where they failed.
Yeah.
I remember when The Black Hole came out. Like, I remember when it came out, because it came out, 1980?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember them showing it on the Disney Channel.
When I say, I don't really know. I'm just agreeing with you.
Oh.
Just in case you're wrong. I don't want people to think I'm backing you up on that.
Oh, I see. I think it's 1980. Well, anyway, I remember the film coming out, and I also remember it coming out on VHS and then 1979, then disappearing. And it was one of those films that was bootlegged to no end. It was one of those extremely hard films to get before the advent of the internet, obviously. And it would sell at conventions, bootleg copies at conventions, and then when things like eBay came around, they were selling copies of that film for like $200-$300. They were just and they were
not worth it.
They were selling. That's the thing. They were selling. And then when Disney finally did release it, it was like an ultra box set. It was expensive. It was $150, something just totally outrageous. And yeah, I just remember it was one of those super hard to get films, like The Black Cauldron, the animated film. Same thing. That was released in '85, then pulled almost immediately because it was scaring children. You know, that was another extremely hard film to get. And in Disney Japan, Disney World Japan, their main, just like in Disney World here in America, you get like Cinderella's Castle, Snow White, and the characters walking around as their main characters. The Horned King from The Black Cauldron was Disney Japan. It's just such a culture difference. So
I need to get me a copy of The Black Hole.
And another film that's probably never going to be released, or at least Disney says it'll never ever be released, is Song of the South, because they deem it racist. And
it kind of is.
It kind of is. I mean, they go with the whole Tar Baby thing with Brer Rabbit and all that. But that was done before.
That's not the racist part.
Well, I mean, the whole,
honestly,
Uncle Remus, yous be going years, Uncle Remus.
The Uncle Remus, Uncle Tom stuff is I don't think they're worried about the Brer Rabbit stuff and the Tar Baby being
you're right. But it's all part of the argument, the whole thing, the whole Tar Baby thing, everything.
But it's all, what, that's like saying Django's racist, though. It's portraying a time period.
Yeah. I mean, the whole zippity doodah scene with the birds and everything, Disney would play that constantly.
Right, but again, that's why I say I don't think it's the Tar Baby that they're afraid of as being racist. It's the happy house slave.
Yeah, well,
singing to the birds.
I have a copy of that, actually.
I don't. I used to.
Oh, I'll get you one. The copy that I have is a Laserdisc rip, because that is the clearest copy you can get anywhere. Is the Laserdisc rip. And even to this day, the Laserdisc, it's the Japanese Laserdisc. It's the only one that doesn't have hard-coded subtitles.
I got it. Here's what they do. You do a special Blu-ray special edition 3D remaster of Song of the South.
Okay.
And then you have a special audio commentary track of Spike Lee just bitching about it the entire time, like for the film.
Okay. I would gladly watch that with the audio commentary. Definitely. But yeah, no, I have the Japanese Laserdisc rip. It's the only one that doesn't have hard-coded subs, and it's the clearest copy you can get anywhere. And if you go to eBay right now and you type Song of the South Laserdisc, if it's listed, it's probably listed for about $200 plus. Easily.
I defy you to point out a good Disney film, like 80s on. And Tron doesn't count, because Tron's a horrible movie.
Now, does anything from Touchstone count? Because Touchstone is a Disney company.
It's got to no. If just because Disney's distributing it doesn't make it a Disney film. It's got to be Disney.
Well, I mean, like Who Framed Roger Rabbit is through Touchstone, and that's definitely considered a Disney film.
Yeah, but see, that's where the lines blur, though, because then when they start having other companies that they're associated with, I don't. If they don't show the mouse in the beginning, it's not a Disney film.
Yeah, I guess so. Now, does Pixar stuff count? Or are you just strictly talking live action?
Well, again, didn't they acquire Pixar? Wasn't Pixar a separate entity and then they acquired it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't even consider them Disney films. I consider them Disney owns them. They're not Disney films. There used to be a point where Disney film was Disney went out and made a fucking movie. Not Disney owns this company and now this company makes family films and they slap the Disney logo on it. No, they went out and made the fucking Herbie films were Disney films. The Computer Wore Tennis Sneakers, that was a Disney film. Tron was a fucking Disney film. Am I right about Tron?
Yes,
yeah, Tron
yes.
was Disney,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a Disney
That's another
film.
one of those films that took years for it to be re-released and it was bootlegged like crazy.
Well, but
I get the feeling Disney did that on purpose.
No, they did. They put moratoriums on movies after they would release it, and then they would put a 5-year, 10-year moratorium on it.
Well,
they were notorious for that.
They still do it. It's 7 years. But I thought that was
it's harder now because
only for their animated stuff.
I think they did it for a lot more than that. Anything that was popular.
What was the other one? Man from Snowy River? Remember that? It was like a cowboy thing Disney did.
I didn't watch any of their nature shit.
Fucking
I
terrible.
watched the wacky stuff.
So bad.
Escape from Witch Mountain.
Oh, jeez. They remade that.
Yeah, Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
With
there
the
you
Rock.
go.
I remember that. Sure, with Angela Lansbury.
Yeah, I've got that.
Fucking...
Nazis and witchcraft.
Yeah.
How do you not get behind that film? Why isn't that being played like every half hour now?
Peach Dragon. I just mentioned Peach Dragon a couple episodes ago. It's like a 2.5 hour Disney movie.
That. Yeah, actually, the only thing worse than a musical with a dragon is a musical with a dragon that doesn't speak that sings in the music.
Yeah. Wow.
There you go. That's the dragon singing. I don't know. Passamaquoddy. That's all I remember from that movie. Passamaquoddy.
I fucking loved Peach Dragon when I was a kid. Loved it.
I did too, but there's a lot of shit I liked as a kid that was wrong about, and that's one of them.
And I think there's two reasons why I won't let my son watch it. One, because I remembered liking it as a kid, and I know I'm not going to like it now. And two, the fear that he'll love it and want to watch a 2.5 hour Disney film all the time.
That's good that you get less repeats of it.
What do you mean less repeats?
You can only fit so many times in a day, a 2.5 hour film.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. That actually
hour and a half film. You can watch that 3 times in 3 hours. Watch the same film once.
Yeah, it would take probably 2 days to watch the whole thing, maybe 3.
There you go.
Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I will let him watch it.
Yeah.
Good job, Uncle Scott.
There you go. See, that's what I'm here for. Apple Dumpling Gang. Now there's a good one.
Wow, Apple Dumpling Gang.
With Bill Bixby, not turning green.
I remember watching Apple Dumpling Gang on the Disney Channel because I had the Disney Channel when I was a kid, and it would play cartoons before it, like Donald Duck cartoons, and I loved that. I thought that was so cool.
Because that's back when the Disney Channel actually played Disney films and not this gay ass.
What they played nowadays is really fucking.
Holy
bad.
shit! Have you ever spent? You do. You have the Disney Channel now, don't you?
Yes, I have children that want to watch the Disney Channel on a regular basis.
Do not let them watch the Disney Channel.
Well, in my children's defense, or at least Danny's, because he's the only one talking right now, all he wants to watch are Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and there's this other show that he likes, Little Einsteins. That's it.
Do not let either of them ever watch any of that after school TV sitcom teenage.
Oh, that is so. You mean Saved by the Bell, but extremely horrible?
Saved by the Bell was Seinfeld compared to the shit they put on that show.
I know. It's
iCarly, that kind of.
Well, that's Nickelodeon, but still.
But it's that kind of shit. Yeah. But it's even worse.
Even iCarly is better than the shit that Disney Channel's pushing out.
Yeah, I mean, we watch the Nickelodeon shit now. It's like, wow, I remember watching cool stuff on Nickelodeon. This is crap. And then you watch the Disney stuff. It's like, wow, it's like they looked at Nickelodeon stuff and said, yeah, but we have to dumb that down for our audience.
Yeah. You know, the fact that...
No godson of mine is going to grow up watching that shit.
You're right. I'm not going to allow it.
I'll sue you for custody. I find out you're letting that kid watch that shit.
When it's on, I change the channel. I go, we're not watching this. Like, come on, I got 1,000 movies. I got 1,000 movies you could watch. We're not watching this.
That's because you're a good father.
2 things. One,
yes,
it's a fucking crime that you can't do that on television. Is not readily available in any way, shape, or form.
Agreed.
You know, talking about kids, shows that we grew up with. I defy anyone to go to YouTube, put in "you can't do that on television," and not find that fucking hilarious. That was just even the shit that they did later on, because that show started, I think, in 79 or 1980, because it ended somewhere around 86. I defy anyone. It is just funny stuff. And 2, I looked up Song of the South on eBay, and it is going for, well, no one's bid on it, but somebody wants $130 for it, for the Japanese Laserdisc, mint condition.
All right, since we're talking Disney films, real quick, before we sign out.
Mm-hmm.
In my head, Kurt Russell's in 2 Disney films. I can only think of the Computer Wore Tennis Sneakers. Is there another one, or am I losing my mind?
No, there is another one. I think the other one? I think he actually did 3.
That's cheating if you're looking it up.
I don't, off the top of my head, know. There was one where he was a little kid, like he was, 10 years old.
Oh. Which one was it? I don't know.
Hold on,
I'm drawing a blank.
I'm cheating, because now everyone is gonna want to know.
I don't think it wasn't Swift Family Robinson. That's too far back.
No. Let's see.
Not the duck would laid the golden eggs. What was the name of that one? The Golden Duck. Remember that one where the duck actually laid the golden eggs?
Oh yeah. What is it? Computer Wore Tennis Shoes.
Oh, tennis shoes, yeah.
Shit. I'm looking at all these. I'm looking at all these films, and none of them look Disney-ish.
Huh. All right, I was just curious. Never mind.
Maybe it's in his bio.
Never mind.
Oh, yeah. Kurt Russell landed a part in Elvis Presley movie. It happened at the World's Fair when he was 10 years old. Walt Disney himself signed Russell to a 10-year contract. One stint as a child actor, and he spent the 70s playing minor league baseball. Okay. 10-year contract. They didn't even fucking mention the movies.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
You're listening to Moviesucktastic.
Yeah. Oh, we lost everyone.
You're starting to lose me.
Yeah.
And that's my fault because I asked the question.
You did. It is your fault. This is the longest show we've done in probably a month.
And that's not a good thing.
Probably not. All right.
My fault. Sorry.
Thank you for joining us for episode 107 of Moviesucktastic. We reviewed Jaws 3D. And if you want to download this, you can, and other episodes at Moviesucktastic.com, or you can go to iTunes and you can download us there and leave us reviews for all of our shows. You can leave us voicemail at 908-514-4470, and you can email us at themovieguys@Moviesucktastic.com. You can go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/Moviesucktastic. Join, like us there. And we post stuff all the time, upcoming shows, just random movie news, anything movie or entertainment related. That's about it.
Next week we will be reviewing Iron Eagle.
With Lou Gossett.
And we'll have another episode of Lou Gossett's Gossets.
Lou Gossett's Gossets, that's right. I'm going to probably spend an entire day cutting audio for that. It's going to be great. I have a whole soundboard that's just waiting to be filled.
Oh, I've got half of your sounds right now, sir.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah. I didn't know we had a soundboard when that happened.
We've had a soundboard. How do you think I'm playing all this shit?
I didn't know we could like do little sound effects. I guess we can. All right, never mind.
I can do anything I want.
Joey's got it.
I got it.
Goodbye, people.
All right, everybody. Talk to you next week.